Okay, so we're so used to hearing about government projects that are over budget and over time that it's kind of become a joke. Like the new Dallas Transit Extension, the new rail system that will link Dallas to the Dulles airport. Guess what? It's millions of dollars over budget and months behind schedule. Or the Alaskan Wave Viaduct in Seattle, Washington. Over budget, behind schedule. Hudson Yards in New York City. Over budget, behind schedule. Okay, so we all kind of accept the fact that the government isn't great at managing projects and they really love to waste our taxpayer dollars. But today I learned that there's actually a scientific term that describes how bad the government are at wasting taxpayer dollars. And I warn you, watching the rest of this video will make you angry. Okay, so in 2014, a guy named Bent Flyvbjerg in the University of Oxford did a study of mega projects, over 200 mega projects, things like rail and seaports and airports and huge particle accelerators, really big projects that had been built over a 70-year period. And what he discovered is what's now called the iron law of mega projects, over time and over budget, over and over again. And it's not just a little bit over budget, a lot of projects go at least 50% over budget, like the Channel Tunnel that connects UK and France. That went 80% over budget. That's almost double what they originally thought it would cost. The Denver International Airport, 200% over budget. The Sydney Opera House in my home of Australia, 1,440% over budget. Now that represents huge government waste, millions and billions of dollars of wasted taxpayer money. Basically what the government does is convince us that building this project is going to be a good idea, and they give us a really reasonable amount of money, knowing that there's a really high probability that that project is going to go way over budget. Now this is a huge problem. Right now around the world there are well over 1,000 mega projects in the works right now. For example, in my home of Australia there's a road called the East-West Link. Now that road was cancelled before they even started digging anything. And the cost of not building this failed project, over $1 billion Australian dollars. What a waste! Do the governments know about the iron law? Well, one would think if they're going to spend billions of dollars, they might have done just a tiny bit of research into what's happened in the past. The thing is, they do know about this iron law. Despite this iron law being true over 90% of the time, mega projects have never been more popular. Why? Because politicians love to build monuments in their honor. This mega projects paradox states that governments will continue to build these large projects that run over time and over budget to benefit themselves and their causes. So the slightly bit of good news is that some mega project builders have been held a little bit accountable for this failure. For example, Deepwater Horizons, the huge well that was built off the coast of the Gulf of Mexico and ended in the world's largest and most catastrophic oil spill. Well, BP were behind that, and BP were recently fined $4.2 billion for their failure. But politicians rarely hold themselves accountable. So with mega projects being more popular than ever, there's no sign of that government waste stopping anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Is there a project in your area that's been victim to the iron law and gone over budget and over time? Let us know in the comments below. Hi everyone, I'm Jade Lovell, resident science nerd on the Young Turks Network. You're watching SciQ and we know you don't want to miss an episode, so please click the subscribe button down below.